Yo, what's good guys? In today's video we are going to be installing QuikLatch bumper pins. So ever since I've rolled my fenders, as you can probably tell, I'm not sure if the angle of the camera's picking it up or not, but when I rolled and pulled my fenders, it actually pulled the fenders quite a bit, more than I thought. So where the fender roller stopped, it kind of still dips in the fender a little bit, right where the bumper meets the fender. So I've been having issues with the fender rubbing right there. So anytime I hit a bump, this little corner right here rubs on the tire. Same with on the other side. So what I've been doing a little bit of research over the past couple months ever since I've done this, and I came across these QuikLatch bumper system clips, I guess you could call them. They're really meant to hold your bumper and your fender together. So basically what I'm going to be using them for, in hopes of getting rid of the rub right here, is I'm going to install these under the bumper, which is going to hold it to the fender, and I'm then going to hopefully cut out the OEM bracket that holds the bumper to the fender, if that makes any sense. I will show you guys in a bit here once I get the car in the air a little bit and the wheel off, but I'm hoping with this on I'll be able to trim the inside of the fender and the inside of the bumper a little bit more so that it stops rubbing on the outside of the tire. But basically this is how it works, and this is what it looks like. So this part will be sticking out of your bumper, and whenever you want to take it off, you just push in on the button and they come apart like that, and that stays on your car, and this will just stay on the bumper itself. So yeah, we're going to be installing these today, and hopefully that does the trick and I'm able to trim the inside part of that fender out so that I can stop all the rubbing, because that's really the only part left on this car that's rubbing tire. The rears are fine, they don't rub anymore because they've been rolled and pulled a little bit. The fronts, everywhere else are fine except for right where the bumper meets the fender. So hopefully this does the trick and this solves that issue. Yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so here's a better look at what the inside of the fender and bumper looks like. Right here is where it rubs really hard. It also rubs here as well, so maybe I can cut that right out once I'm done. But we'll have to see what it looks like with this bumper clip on, and what the outcome is really before I start cutting out parts of my fender and bumper. So yeah, I'm gonna start taking this apart so that I can start putting the new bumper pin in. Okay, so here's what it looks like with the bumper pulled back a little bit. You see that hole right there with the bolt in it on that black bumper tab piece? That bolt, that stock one, I don't know if it's showing or not, but that stock bolt in that hole there will come out, and this screw right here should thread in perfectly to the same pitch. Okay, so this is where I'm at right about now. I've put the pin inside the stock bracket, the stock tab that holds the bumper and the fender together. As you can see, there is a nut and washer on the other side of it. It's not fully seated yet. I haven't tightened down the nuts or anything like that yet, but as you can see, I have some masking tape on the front here, so I'm gonna get ready to drill the hole through the backside here. What I'm gonna do is put some sort of grease or toothpaste or something, whatever I can find, to put onto this pin, and I will push it up against the bumper so I know exactly where to drill through on the other side. What you're also going to need to do is widen this hole right here so that you can fit this through. This nut has to be able to fit in it. So where I'm at now, I've got the hole drilled. As you can see, this fits in nicely with this locking in behind it. The only issue I'm having now is my ratchet way of melting this hole big enough for this lock nut to fit didn't work, so I'm gonna be borrowing some hole saws from my buddy, and I'm gonna cut that out properly so it will fit, and then we will put the pin back in, screw it down tight, put this on, and this side should be done. So yeah, like I said earlier, these pins just thread right in to the same pitch as the bolt that was in here beforehand. It does usually get a bit stuck about halfway through, but I think it's actually going to thread for me here. So when you do go to test to see if this pin is out far enough, you're just going to have to play it by eye really and kind of trial and error basically. Before you snug up those two nuts that are on the inside and the outside, you want to test it with this, which I'll put on right now actually. So obviously this part stays on the outside of the bumper, on the 3/4 inch hole that I drilled there, and then the locking nut just goes on the back. And that's why I drilled out this hole. Like you saw earlier, I tried my ratchet way of using a torch on it, a blow torch, which was very dumb and impatient of me, but I did get the proper bits to cut it out, so it should fit in there nicely now. So we'll snug this locking nut on the back of this. So if you guys are doing this, your bumper tab, this black piece here, probably won't be as in shitty condition as mine. Mine on the other side, this bolt has basically broke itself off of the plastic, so it's not even held up on this side, and this side is just barely held up. So I'm gonna loosen this out a tiny bit, see if we can get it to fit up. So there you can see the button popped out, so it did lock into the pin, but you can still tell that it needs to go in a bit further. So like I said earlier, it's trial and error really. You're just gonna have to play around with it until you get it so that when you push the bumper in, it's kind of hard to push in, but it will click to the pin. Just to show you how it works, basically just pop it out and it undoes itself like that. So it's a really cool system, but it is a very custom mod to put on your car. Like, you're gonna have to do some cutting, you're gonna have to do some modding to your car. It's not just gonna go in like a stock or like an OEM, feature. So yeah, that's not too bad there. You can get another one to go up here, which I might do later on, but I really don't mind that gap there. It's not too bad in my eyes, but it definitely could be fixed a bit. And like I said, this will get a little bit better. As you can see, that when I pulled my fenders, like I said, the roller stopped there, so this part didn't get pulled out with the roll like the rest of the fender. So yeah, I will heat that up someday when I get a chance and get my hands on a heat gun, and I will pull that right back out to make it flush with this, hopefully. But yeah, it was kind of a shitty side to show you guys exactly how this works, but I mean, there it is. It's working there now. Just pops out like that. Okay, so here is the final product. My car is back on the ground and the wheels are on, obviously. And as you can see, that is the QuikLatch there. Looks pretty good. It's not too bad of an install. You do have to modify some stuff like I did mention earlier. But it looks really good. It looks really clean. It's pretty well flush with your body. And yeah, it's really easy to take off. So yeah, that's my little mod for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was kind of a little bit everywhere because I didn't really know what I was doing getting right into this. So it was kind of hard to film and install this at the same time. But that will be the end of this one. And for you guys that are still around here, that are still watching this video right now actually, what do you guys want to see me post? Like, do you want to see more of my car? Like, do you want to see more work in the shop? Like, I'm just kind of running out of ideas for videos, which kind of sucks. But yeah, just drop a comment down below, just some topics or some ideas that you want to see me do with my car, or just in general, any video I could make. But yeah, just drop a comment down below, give me some ideas. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm out. Peace.